Let's talk today about how do you deal with your circumstances and what is a circumstance. So a circumstance is something that you observe. Everything that you can observe is a circumstance. Now, many of you think that circumstances are the things manifested in the 3D, but your mindset, your thoughts, your assumptions, everything that you can observe within yourself, it's also a circumstance, okay? Because it's created by you. Now, how do you deal with them, and how do you, let's just say, fix the unpleasant circumstances? Well, first of all, and here is where I want to tell you guys that most of you are taught to do surface things like doing a technique, affirmations, or whatever, sats. But what you're doing right here is without understanding. It's like you're cleaning your house and you're putting all your garbage under your carpet. This is exactly what you're doing with a technique without actually achieving the deep understanding that you are the creator of this reality. So if you're one of the people that desperately tries to find a new technique, then I will suggest you step back and you understand who you really are, because without a deep understanding, the technique will provide you with some result, but then you won't be able to keep it. So you'll be stuck in a cycle, in a loop that says, I have to do a technique in order to keep my manifestations. Because a technique, if it's not used to change self, then okay, even the technique is a circumstance. Even you thinking you need techniques is a circumstance. So don't put your garbage under the carpet, and let's get to the point. Now, there are two ways you can deal with the circumstance. Now, let's just say, for example, let's choose this metaphor, and it's something that you do daily. And I'm going to give you the example of food. Now, you are going to prepare yourself a food, a salad, okay? And you put inside all the ingredients, and at some point you put a bit too much vinegar, and the taste is very unpleasant. This metaphor is when you make a circumstance, you have a thought, you have an assumption, and the result is a little unpleasant, okay? And here includes you thinking your SP has a third party, you thinking you're not gonna get a job, or you're not gonna get rid of your anxiety or your depression, you thinking you can't make enough money. So you've put a little too much vinegar. It tastes very bad. Now, because you have infinite resources, like every time you put an ingredient, the ingredient doesn't fade away from your from your fridge. Okay, let's just say that everything that you are and everything that you can have, it's inside a fridge, and this is infinite. So what you do is, you normally do in the 3D, you throw away the salad and then you make yourself a new one, now knowing that you shouldn't put so much vinegar or so much salt. So you understand from the circumstance, from the salad that you've created, that it doesn't taste well. So you throw it away and you make a new one. Now, does the salad have the power to convince you to keep eating it? No. Does the salad have the power to tell you that you're not a good cook? No. Neither does the circumstance the power to tell you that you're not a good manifestor, or that you're never gonna get your desired outcome. So your salad cannot influence your existence. Therefore, your circumstance cannot influence your existence. So the first step is throw it away and make a new one. Now, how does this apply in throwing it away and making a new one? Well, first of all, don't beat yourself up, okay? It's just a fucking salad. It's just a fucking circumstance. You are infinite. You have infinite resources to make a new salad from the beginning, so therefore you have infinite resources to make a new circumstance out of nowhere, okay? From the beginning, with the elements, aka with the ingredients that you like, so that it tastes good, so that it's pleasant for you. Now, the second attitude, the second way you can do it is, well, knowing that you create everything, right? And this kind of goes against what the first example, but you're going to use it whatever goes best for you. It doesn't actually go against the first example, because the salad was never against you. So it's not the salad's fault that you misspelled a little you misspilled a little more vinegar, it's not even your fault, okay? You didn't know what you were doing, so it's not a blame game. Now, the second example, the second approach gives you the idea that since everything is your creation, you cannot actually go against yourself. So even the circumstance that you think it's against you, it's going to be the perfect bridge of events for what you desire. Now, the misconception that a circumstance is against you comes from the fact that you still think that life happens to you, so that there could be things happening to you, hurting you, therefore influencing your state of mind or influencing your 3D, when they actually are not. So each circumstance that you now have in your 3D is the perfect, is the perfect stair. Let's just say, for example, is the perfect stair for you having your bridge of incidents to the unfolding of your manifestation. Now, why do we even deal with circumstances in the first place? Well, dealing with circumstances in the first place, and after me telling you this video kind of has no purpose at all anymore, because you're dealing with circumstances because your focus is in the wrong place. You should never focus on the circumstances, because when you have decided who you are, when you've decided that, you know what, I'm going to allow myself to have my desire, because basically this is what conscious manifestation is all about. Conscious manifestation is all about you learning to allow yourself to have your desires, learning to allow yourself to have something that was already there for you to have. It was your birthright. So we're learning how to let it come in, for example, okay? Not that it comes from somewhere else, it comes from with you also. So don't focus on circumstances, because it would be like overthinking. Even focusing on a circumstance would be like you searching, hoping, and waiting for your manifestation to come. So you're trying to second guess, you're trying to guess the circumstance, and when you interpret the circumstance as a bad thing, then you start self-manipulating yourself into giving it a new, a new label that, no, is good. No, basically, every circumstance is inoffensive. I don't even know the word. So it's irrelevant, it's inoffensive, it doesn't hold any power to it. It's just a bubble, okay? So, that's that. So you have two approaches, use which suits you best, but the most important thing is you understanding that you are the one creating your reality. And when you do understand that to your core, and not just intellectually, and you accept it, well, then you'll no longer have pretty much questions. You'll view that you are not going to be in question mode or in searching mode. You'll pretty much have a happy life and a fulfilled life, because you understand that whatever your life is, you created it. So you're not going to be out here interpreting circumstances or even giving any of your attention to circumstances, because if everything is you, then you have nothing to be afraid of. There is no threat, okay? This is all for today. Bye-bye.